State of Mankind. How much do you know? Excerpts from How the Specter of Communism is Ruling Our World. 37. Western countries are home to long-standing democratic traditions, such as the American separation of powers. Taking control over state power is not as simple as in the East. To establish control in the West, the evil specter had to adopt various indirect means of commandeering government institutions and marketing its treachery. The United States is a multi-party system dominated by two parties. To enter the political mainstream, communism must infiltrate one or both parties and use them to take control of congressional votes. Meanwhile, its candidates must take up key positions in the government and courts. The extent to which communism has subverted U.S. politics is quite severe. In order to secure a stable voting bloc, U.S. leftist parties have magnified the animosity between low and high-income groups, while attracting an increasing number of immigrants and vulnerable groups such as the LGBT community, women, minorities, and so on. Left-wing politicians do all they can to pander to their demographic by advocating communist ideas, spurning the basic moral standards God set for humankind, and even shielding illegal immigrants so that they can join the ranks of the left. A billionaire with a history of supporting left-wing movements has heavily funded leftist candidates to run for President of the United States and other important positions. Key among these are the Secretaries of State, who are responsible for electoral affairs and play a critical role in resolving disputes. The billionaire has thrown much aid into the campaigns for these positions. Even when illegal immigrants committed crimes on U.S. soil, leftist authorities turned a blind eye and set up sanctuaries to protect them from the government. During the administration of a former leftist president, he attempted to grant amnesty to 5 million illegal immigrants, but the draft resolution was ultimately shelved by the Supreme Court. Left-wing parties have fought for the voting rights of illegal immigrants. Of course, the motive isn't necessarily to benefit the illegal immigrants or the general population, but to bolster the left's voter demographic. On September 12, 2017, a city in an eastern U.S. state passed a bill to grant non-citizens the right to vote in local elections, including residents with green cards, student and work visas, or even those with no documentation of legal immigration status. It attracted widespread media attention for its potential effects on the electoral system in other parts of the country. Under the influence of the evil communist specter, American left-wing parties used underhanded measures to attract more votes and political control. America's future hangs in the balance. The previous leftist administration was heavily infiltrated by communists and socialists. Many groups that supported the former president had clear links to socialist organizations. The former president is a disciple of the neo-Marxist Saul Alinsky. Following his election, he appointed advisors from far-left think tanks. His universal health care policy fined those who refused to enroll in it. He passed bills to legalize marijuana and homosexuality, allowed transsexuals to join the army, and so on. When the California State Assembly was controlled by the left, some representatives tried to abolish a law barring the Communist Party from participating in government. This attempt failed following strong opposition from the Vietnamese American community. The administration also concocted policies that corrupted human relations. In 2016, the bathroom bill signed by the sitting president allowed for people who identify as transgender to enter bathrooms of their chosen gender, regardless of their physical sex. In other words, a man who thinks he is a woman can enter the ladies' room. The bathroom bill was made effective in public schools throughout the country. Schools that refuse to implement the bill will lose funding from the federal government.